The Lunar Glow update is here in Grow a Garden, and it's been 3 whole entire days of this update, guys. There is only 4 more days left. And if you want to make the best out of these 4 days that we have left of this event, you need to be using all the 34 tips that I'm going to be giving you to become an absolute pro in the Lunar Glow update in Grow a Garden. Anyways, before we start, I'm trying to hit 100K. I spent hundreds of hours and hundreds of dollars on these videos to put out for you guys, and it's free to subscribe. Please do it if you enjoy the videos at all. We're trying to hit 100K by July. Anyways, listen up. Here's what we're doing. First, I'm going to go over 17 tips you need to know, and then we're going to go over 17 things you should never do. Let's get into it and start with the things you should be doing. Listen to these tips. Let's go. Today, I'm going to be going over 17 things you need to know if you want to be an absolute pro, and of course, make the most of this brand new Lunar Glow update in Grow a Garden. So if you guys want to learn about tips like this night staff potentially turning you into a billionaire, of course, stay until the end of this video and hit that subscribe button if this helps. Let's go. But yeah, as I said, for tip number 1, the night staff. The night staff is not only good, it is very, very good. If you guys use it at night, not only will you get a very, very, very good boost, but it puts in a random effect, basically meaning any single fruit on your plot, no matter where this thing is placed, could easily get that boosted chance and get that moonlit mutation that you guys all want, which means you can delete all your trash plants, making sure you get the most amount of lunar points, which brings me into my next tip, which is use this chart for moonlit sell price, basically meaning whatever is on this sheet is how many lunar points you will get for a certain plant / fruit. As y'all can see right here, for a common, it is 1, for an uncommon, it is 2, and for a rare, it is 3, legendary 4, mythical 5, and divine 6. So if you guys have all divines, you're going to be getting a lot of lunar, especially if you couple it with the night staffs that I showed you guys earlier. Anyways, guys, for tip number 3, especially for people who are in a private server, use the brand new recall wrench. They added it to the gear shop just now in this update, and yes, it costs 150,000. So if you're not built like money, then don't buy this with your money because you're not built like that. Unfortunately, it's okay. But yeah, it's really, really helpful because you don't have to walk all the way from your garden to the gear shop every single time. And yeah, of course, that's just such a better experience. And speaking about better experience, if you want a better pet experience, go to your shop and press free upgrades. The first thing that you guys should do is make one of your pets 20 years old. You can do this by just literally letting them grow and then making sure you feed them every so often. Like this guy right here is 20, and once you raise a pet to 20 years old, make sure it's one you do not care about, because you're gonna have to trade him in, but you can actually trade him in for an extra pet slot, meaning you can have not only 3 but 4 pets. And you can do this, but keep in mind the level does go up. I think it goes all the way up to like 75 to 100 years old. But either way, you can keep getting extra pet slots all the way up to 8 entire pet slots, which just all the boosts will stack up on each other, and you're just gonna get insane buffs. And speaking about insane buffs, guys, the Moon Blossom Seed is overpowered. So for tip number 5 is get the Moon Blossom Seed by any Get the Moon Blossom Seeds by any means possible. It is very, very good. If you have to spend a bunch of Robux on it, don't do it, because you're probably not going to get it. It takes a lot of luck. But I know a lot of you guys really wanted the Candy Blossom Seeds. You can't get them anymore, but these are the next best thing. No, they are not as good as the Candy Blossom, unfortunately, but they are sort of close. They're sort of close, and they are the best one in the they're the best fruit in the game besides the Candy Blossom. And speaking about Blossom, and of course speaking about seeds, I need to tell you guys not just the Moon Blossom, but what seeds are actually good out of the Night Seed packs. The very unfortunate truth is that the Moonflower is garbage, the Mint is garbage, the Glow Shroom is garbage, the Starfruit is really good, the Moon Glow is okay, and the Moon Blossom is obviously excellent. But yeah, just go by that when thinking what seeds are good and not. And speaking about not, I'm guessing if you guys have really cool fruits, you will probably not want people stealing them, which is why for tip number 7, yes, lucky number 7, go all the way over to the gear shop. And hold on, I have my recall wrench. I'm just gonna go ahead and use that guy right here. Keep in mind, this only works for not just the rich, but the ultra rich. But at the bottom of the gear shop is something called the favorite tool, and I'm gonna show you how to use it. But the basic basics of it is that if you guys have a really big, super cool fruit that costs a lot of money and you're scared of people stealing, all you have to do is equip your favorite tool and click on the fruit. Now I can collect it and everybody else can collect it, but that's because this one was already favorited. But when you click it again, now the watermelon is favorited, meaning not only can you not pick it up, but people trying to rob your garden of your hard-earned plants will also not be able to pick it up, which makes this a very good thing for people who are really rich. Yes, it costs 20 million for 20. For tip number 8, honestly, some of the pets are bad, so do not stress about how good your pet is, because honestly, a lot of them are bad. But if you guys do want to know about the raccoon, basically what it does is every 15 minutes you can steal from another person's plot, but instead of stealing, it just duplicates the fruit. And I'll be honest, the only thing that would actually help with this is tip number 9, which is if you guys are using the raccoon, go on an alt account in a private server. Make sure you only have really good mutated fruits on like your account. And then what you guys can do for this beautiful tip number 9 is give your raccoon to your alt account. And as your raccoon does its thing, you can just leave it here on your alt account, just leave it open the whole time. It's going to duplicate those really good fruit you have, and then you can also just give that back to your main account and then just make a ton of money with the raccoon. So that it is good in that sense, it is good. But if you don't do that method, honestly, raccoon's pretty useless. Okay, for tip number 10 on what you guys should do is look close on every single plant you have. You may not even notice that you probably have a moonlit plant that you didn't even notice. I mean, especially if you have a garden like mine, like, dude, this is 100% a forest. But hey, it is what it is. If you look very close, you should be able to find moonlit seeds that you didn't even know were there. Keep in mind, if you really can't find them, just look for the color purple and oh, yep, see, literally right there. I was looking around and I didn't even see that. There was a tomato with the literal moonlit beautiful mutation and I didn't even see it. Yeah, that was tip number 10. And for tip number 11 is when you leave your plot, unless you are going straight to the owl to turn that fruit in, the first thing you should do is use moonlit in the search bar and favorite your moonlit mutations, just in case you accidentally sell your whole inventory and miss out on a lot of beautiful lunar points. And for tip number 12 on what you should do, probably go in the Discord server and complain about the dragonflies, because unfortunately it's not working right now. Like it doesn't turn plants into gold, which is what it's supposed to do. So for anyone with a dragonfly, go in the Discord server and complain. I'm hoping maybe one day they'll hear about all our complaints, but whatever. And for tip number 13, of course, do always play with friends, because guys, playing with friends is just more fun. I don't care if the update sucks or if you really hate the update. If you're playing with friends, it's just gonna make everything more fun. And for tip number 14, and I feel like I say this in like every video, but if you guys do want the new cacao seed, the best thing you guys can do is join a fruit notifier server. And I would tell you guys which one I use, but now I made my server into a fruit notifier server. So, well, it's not just for that, but I do have a fruit notifier like section in it. So just join my Discord server, link in the description, and of course on my YouTube profile. Tip number 15 is when you guys come up to the owl, you can press take all moonlit plants instead of giving them all one by one. It helps you get rid of your plants like 10, 20 freaking times faster. Tip number 16 is use trading to your advantage. If you guys really don't just want to wait the whole time to get a bunch of moonlit, I will be completely honest with you, they're probably not that hard to trade for right now, just because of the fact that they did actually buff the chances, meaning a lot of people probably have a good amount of moonlit fruits that they could trade for you. And of course, along with this tip, always be careful while you're trading, because you will probably get scammed if you aren't. And my last, and of course my best tip of the video, if you guys want to be a pro at any update in Grow a Garden or any Roblox game, to be honest, but right now Grow a Garden, hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed. See ya. Peace out. Goodbye. Today I'm gonna be going over 17 things you should never do in the brand new Lunar Glow update in Grow a Garden. With tip number 1 being do not use the raccoon unless you are in a server with a bunch of good people with a bunch of good fruits, because all the raccoon does is steal other people's plants at random and then duplicate them on your garden. So yeah, make sure you're playing with pros or it's absolutely trash. Anyways, before I get into the rest of these tips, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because I need to hit 100,000 if I want to become a content creator created on this game, and I've been spending hundreds of dollars to get this content out for you guys. So the least you guys could do is hit that sub button and support. Anyways, let's get right into this video and go. Number 2, if you guys are trying to get the Moonlit mutation, do not, under any circumstance, use carrots, strawberries, blueberries, or orange tulips. Yes, these are a good option to just spam place a bunch of fruits on your property, but strawberries, blueberries, orange tulips, and whatever the other fruit I said only give you 2 points, and the carrot and the strawberry give you only 1 lunar point, which is why instead of any of those, I recommend using tomatoes. They're the best of both worlds, and they give you 3 lunar points every time you sell a Moonlit mutation of them. Tip number 3, if you guys are using the brand new thing, what's it called? The night staff? Yeah. If you guys are using a night staff, make sure to delete all of your garbage fruits. Delete all of your common fruits, all of your uncommon fruits, and all of your, even your rare fruits. Delete them off the property so you can get 4 fruits every single time. Because if you guys do not do this, you are wasting a bunch of your charges from the night staff because it only has 6 charges. And tip number 4 being right now, I hope it's fixed in the next couple of days, but right now, do not use this guy, the dragonfly, because he's broken. He's broken. He hasn't given me any gold fruits recently, and that is sad, but hey, it is what it is. Tip number 5, never leave your farm without going into your inventory and searching up Moonlit. Good thing I don't have any, but if I did and I went to sell my fruit and sold my whole entire inventory, guess what? I would be out a lot of money because I would have just sold my Moonlit fruits, and I should have got some points from them. Anyways, the 6th thing that you should never, ever under any circumstances do is spend any money, and I'm talking about real life money, on these seed packs. You can get infinite, I'm pretty sure infinite, y'all gotta like confirm with me in the comments, but from what I heard is that you can get infinite seed packs by just doing these rewards over and over and over again. Apparently when you get to the end, it costs like $1 billion, but then you can just reset it and keep on getting seed packs. And the other reason is just don't spend Robux on the game, because this game is genuinely promoting GAMBLING to young children, and that's not a good thing. You guys should not have to go through that, and it's genuinely bad. It ruins people's lives in actual real life. I think that's a real thing that ruins people's lives, and you guys have to know that. Anyways, for tip number 7, thing you should not do, hold on, there's things flying around my room. Anyways, for thing number 7 you should never do is same thing. Don't buy the eggs with Robux. Very bad idea. Literally don't do it. It's a very low chance. Let the YouTubers do it. Let me do it. I've spent $200, probably almost $300 on this update so far. Yes, it's pay to win. No, I haven't gotten the best pet. No, I haven't gotten more than 1 moon blossom. So use me as an example. I haven't gotten anything with $300. So what makes you think that you spending $10, you'll be the lucky one who just gets everything right away? You most likely won't, and some people are lucky, but you might not be. Thing number 8 you should never do. Do not, under any circumstances, go throughout your farm and think, oh, I have no Moonlit fruits, before looking closely. I've found so many Moonlit fruits. I don't think I have any right now because I probably collect. Oh, literally right there. Right as I said that, I found a Moonlit fruit hiding right there. But what I was basically saying is what you guys should do is look very closely, because the Moonlit fruits are very hard to see sometimes, especially when there is a lot of fruits around it. So yeah, never leave your farm without checking very, very closely for this little purple glow. And for thing number 9 you should do is when you guys get yourself a good amount of your Moonlit things, do not think that the only thing you can do now is just collect it. Another thing you guys can actually do is put a sprinkler on top of any Moonlit items and turn it into gold. If you guys turn it into gold, it gives you a bonus 2 Moonlit points, which is really good, but sometimes it's not worth it for everybody. But if you want to make the absolute most of every single Moonlight fruit, you can put a sprinkler on it. And for tip number 9, when you guys talk to the old owl, do not press any other button if you guys are trying to sell your Moonlit plants, except for take all Moonlit plants. It's the easiest way to give them all up at the same time. Tip number 10 on things you should never do. Never leave the game without making sure to place down as many night eggs as you guys possibly can, because if if you guys do this, it makes it so you don't have to wait all the time. They only take 4 hours a piece, but if you go to sleep without doing it, you're literally just wasting time you could have used to open the night eggs. So yeah, just make sure to open your night eggs up, and this goes for any egg, to be completely honest with you. Anyways, for tip number 11 on things you should never do, never think that the only thing you can do is use your moonlit fruits to come up to this old owl and sell things to him. Another thing that you guys can do with any amount of moonlit things that you guys have is literally sell them. Yes, people will buy them. And keep in mind, if it's a really, really big fruit, actually, we'll talk about that one later, but people will buy certain types of moonlit fruits. And if you just have a bunch, people will give you a ton of money for moonlit fruits or really good mutated and big moonlit fruits. Which brings me into tip number 12, which is, hey guys, if you have a huge, and I'm talking about like, let's say I grew the big 223 kilogram coconut and it happened to have the moonlit mutation. This may be obvious, but for thing number 12, never under any circumstances sell that moonlit fruit to the owl. Always have it saved, or else you can lose it forever. Guys, you can either trade that for a crap ton of money or just keep it because it's a very, very cool looking fruit, and one day you're gonna probably flex it on some people. For tip number 13, if you have a ton of money, never walk all the way from your farm all the way to the gear shop. Guys, if you are rich, just buy the recall wrenches and teleport to the gear shop. Yes, they do cost a lot of money. All right, they cost 150,000 for literally 5 uses, but if you guys are rich like me, it's absolutely 100% worth it. And that brings me into tip/thing number 14, which is, hey guys, if you have really big fruit, and also if you just have a ton of moonlit fruit on your property that you're just not ready to pick up yet, 100% of the time, if you are in a public server, I don't care if you're rich or this is your last money that you're spending on this, but go over to the gear shop and spend 20 million. Yes, I said 20 million on the favorite tool, because guys, you're going to need it. What the favorite tool does is allow you to favorite your fruits, so not only can you not collect it, but people trying to steal your fruits cannot collect it. So yeah, if you guys have good fruits, make sure to use that, or you're just taking a huge risk. Speaking about huge risk, never get any of these seeds. I mean, use any of these seeds except for the following: Moon Blossom, Moon Glow, Starfruit, and to be honest, that's it. Yes, those ones are somewhat rare, but in a free seed, even in all the free seeds packs, you will 100% at least get some Starfruit and probably some Glow Shroom as well, even if you do not get the Moon Blossom, and those are the only ones actually worth using. For tip number 15, if you guys go to sleep, just do not go to sleep without turning on an auto clicker and staying in your game overnight so you get the highest amount of moonlit fruits. For tip number 16, if you really want to go crazy, do not do anything except for use multiple alt accounts and have a bunch of fruit on them and just stay AFK for the nighttime events and just get a bunch more moonlit fruits. And for tip number 17, to end the video, if you guys want to be good at Roblox, never go through YouTube. And specifically, if you want to be a pro at Grow a Garden, never finish this video without hitting that subscribe button if you guys enjoyed, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace out.